Hi, fellow learners. I'm Karen Roberts, and we're here to discuss avoiding plagiarism, stealing another person's ideas, thoughts, words, data. So, what is plagiarism? It's using another person's exact words and phrases without quotation marks and citations. It's using another person's ideas without citing the author and the year of the source. Plagiarism can be intentional. It could be that you just copy an entire article or a section without citing. You could hire someone or ask someone to write your article, your essay. You could claim others' ideas as your own. Using an essay you wrote for another class in this class. Throughout your university experience, you are asked to write original essays for each of your classes. You cannot use another essay that you wrote in an earlier class. Unintentional plagiarism happens. Unfortunately, it's a misunderstanding, but it's still plagiarism. It's missing key elements like the author's name or the year or the publication that it's in. It's accidentally quoting words or phrases that aren't your own. It's attributing a quote or an idea to a wrong source, and it's not verifying citations. So when are you supposed to cite? You're supposed to cite any words, ideas, data in any medium. It's information from interviews. It's personal communications, conversations you have with your coworkers, conversations you have with your supervisors. Conversations are called personal communications, but they're rich with data, so they need to be cited. And then quotations, of course. And then visual aids like charts, tables, figures, and photos. Digital media, including audio and video. Now you'll notice that on the slides, when I have photos that are not mine, I'm always attributing them to the photographer, and where these are links where you can find those photos. But there are times when you don't have to cite. When it's your experience, you're climbing that mountain. You're climbing it. Your own research from experiments, polls, and findings throughout your time at the School of Business and Society, you may conduct some polls or experiments, and those are your own research. Your artwork, songs, images, video, and audio. And common knowledge. Common knowledge is knowledge that is cited in or stated in credible publications, credible medium, at least 5 of those, and they're not cited. That would be common knowledge. And then generally accepted facts. But let's go back up to your own research from experiments, polls, and findings, and also your own essays, your own writing. There is such a thing called self-plagiarism. And so if you have written something in the past and you refer to it, you need to cite that as well. So here's some tips that you can use to help you to avoid plagiarism. List your ideas and quotations with your references. So keep a running journal, a running log. I use Evernote. There is a free version of Evernote. And so you list your ideas and your quotations with the references right there. Okay. And so all your ideas, quotes are listed. Create footnotes and endnotes in your working document. Now, you are not required to have footnotes and endnotes in your final product in this class. However, you can convert those to citations later and include them on the references page. You definitely start your references page early. Now, only those sources that you have used within the body of your essay are going to appear on your references page. So keep notes and previous drafts as well. Academic honesty is a must. It's a must here at the University of Redlands, and especially in the School of Business and Society. So using someone else's sentences, organizational structure, images, anything that we talked about, anything that is not yours, using it without citing the source is plagiarism. And what will happen if you plagiarize? Depending on the situation, you will earn an F for the assignment, possibly an F for the class, and you will be reported to the academic review board. Plagiarism is easy to identify. I've read hundreds of papers, and you have a certain writing style. And when you put someone else's writing inside your essay, I can tell. And if you haven't cited it, if you haven't quoted it, if you haven't referred to it, then that's plagiarism. Something as simple as the font changes. Or I've read it before. And when the document is placed in an online plagiarism checker, it's easily identified. And I've done that quite a bit. Or even taken sentences and paragraphs and entered them in to Google, and it takes me directly to it. So it does not pay for you to plagiarize. Now, it's another reason why you need to submit your drafts, a full draft, a fully developed draft when it's due, because I have identified plagiarism, unintentional plagiarism before, and told the student, and the student was able to fix that essay. And that student earned an A, but she would have learned an F if it had been her final paper. Academic honesty, avoiding plagiarism. It's like stealing. Don't plagiarize. It doesn't pay.